Well, guys, Jerry Banfield is back and he is all in on ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, and we should take note. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, as I was researching ICP and this had came up, DSO had came up, and ICP had came up. Because again, I'm always looking to earn crypto. So if there's various different blogging platforms or different social media platforms that are crypto based that I can earn off of, if I'm already producing content, I can blow that out to all those. And that's one of the things I do with, DTube, Blurt, Steam, Hive. And, I'm also on Apex as well. That pricing has got really beat up and their tokenomics are kind of tough and everything. But anyway, you get the picture. If I'm putting out content, might as well put it out everywhere and keep earning. And so anyway, Jerry Banfield, he's a very interesting character, and maybe some of you guys have ran across him, as far as the crypto scene or part of like internet traffic, internet kind of marketing related stuff. The guy can push traffic, and this is why we need to take note. So back in 2016, 2017 timeframe, he had, went hard on Dash, promoted it really heavy. He had a Dash masternode. And then when the price of Dash just went freaking parabolic, it ultimately ended up going to 1,400 or something. But he had already sold it by that time, and he had went into Steam. And he didn't get a certain proposal or something to really kind of be the face behind Dash. They went with that chick. I forget her name. She had dark hair. She was pretty hot. But yeah, Jerry decided to go over Steam, and you got to go where you're wanted, not where you're needed. And so he turned his marketing efforts to Steam, and a lot of people ended up on Steam it because of Jerry Banfield. They ended up on the Steam blockchain because of him, and he was pushing traffic through Facebook, pushing it through YouTube, and as the cycle heated up and everything, Steam ended up going over $8, and this actually like really kind of rocked the Steam back dollar, and it had broken away from its peg, and the Steam back dollar ended up going up to like $16, which was insane. So it made everybody's earnings just outrageous. I post like a dead lizard that had fallen in the pool, and I'd make $42 or something, and those were wild times. There was definitely it's definitely a party out there. Um, so yeah, I mean, RIP to the lizard. He's still out there on Instagram right now. One of those Arizona lizards with the turquoise bellies. There's crazy colorful. But anyway, after that, he kind of seemed like every once in a while I'd see him posting video game related stuff. Seemed like he got out of the scene. He actually got rid of a bunch of his streaming equipment at one point, and then now it's like he's kind of came back around full circle, started up the YouTube channel, and he was doing kind of daily buys of various different cryptocurrencies and doing reviews on them. And then he sort of went away from that and started to sort of funnel this down. And he did an interesting video, and I was going to mention this in a previous video. Actually, he did a really good video where he got really deep in the weeds, and he said, which altcoins would you have made more money in outside of Bitcoin if you would have invested in just them? And it came down to like BNB, Doge, and I can't remember what the other one was, but those were two of the ones. And it's kind of funny because I was heavily invested in both of those. And when I saw the Binance Smart Chain, I knew BNB was going to bang. And then I was able to parlay that into like buying a bunch of cake because I saw Pancake Swap, and I was like, this is a banger. This is a banger. And then cake blew up, and then I parlayed some of that cake into Cub on Cub Finance, and then that banged out, and then I was able to rotate into various stablecoin pools and just get the money printer just going. So it's like if you're a little bit ahead of that curve, a little bit ahead of that wave. And then obviously with the Doge, you guys have seen this. Again, you've seen the buys. But again, I saw Doge day one in 2013, and been able to ride the waves. So all roads lead to the Doge. You guys know that. And at the end of the day, with the Internet Computer Protocol, some of the stuff that I had studied sort of was getting reiterated again by Jerry Banfield. He had came to the same conclusion and stuff, and he's done a lot deeper research than I have on it. And so it did pique my interest again, where it was like, is this something I should take a position in? And for right now, I'm not going to take a position. I'm going to tell you why. So with ICP, it seems like you can do a lot of things on chain. You can even host entire websites on chain. You can have pictures on chain instead of just having links that are referencing some kind of cloud server on like AWS, like Amazon Web Services or some other cloud service. You can have everything on chain, which is, very, very important, as far as having, the ability to, actually store that data and not have a weak link or some kind of thing that'll end up breaking all this stuff. And then, it is EVM compatible and stuff. You can run a lot of the same Solidity code that has been running on a lot of this other, obviously, Ethereum and Solana and Avalanche and Phantom and all this kind of stuff. All these EVM compatible chains. You can run a lot of the same software, a lot of the same code, same contracts. And then, there's some really good, applications, it seems, some developments. I haven't been able to dig in real deep, but, initially I was looking at some of the social media stuff, because if I'm going to be out there posting on these various different platforms, then it makes sense to blow it out to everywhere I can to keep earning everywhere. So that's what I do with, D2, Blurt, Steem, Hive, that whole thing. So, just as an investigation into that, it did seem to correlate. And then obviously Jerry Banfield had popped up again, and it was like, okay, well, if Jerry's going all in on this and he's going to push this and push this and push this, the guy can push traffic. He can push traffic. And, I think that the Steem blockchain and the Hive community, via Steem and Hive, Hive forked away from Steem when Justin Sun bought Steem Incorporated. And, I think that there was a lot of this fracturing of the community and stuff. And I would say a big part of that is when Jerry Banfield got burned out, or he got disgruntled about the Steem blockchain and all that, we did lose an important component, because again, this guy could market, this guy could push traffic. So, he's an interesting character and everything, and he's entertaining and whatever, but he can push traffic. So at this given time, it seems like that ICP, one of the big issues with it is the fact that some of the early investors, seems like a lot of their coins were time locked, and they're still getting the distribution from these time locked coins that are being unlocked over time. And so a lot of these people are still on profit, and that could cause some downward sell pressure on the whole thing as that becomes unlocked, if they need the money and all that. And then also, if you stake on there, supposedly you can earn 14%. I haven't dove into it in depth, but to me, when I heard that, I was like, okay, during a bear market, if you're earning 14% of the underlying kind of farming coin or the underlying gas token, like this ICP, that's quite a bit, and that could also cause some downward pressure if a lot of people have stacked a lot of this up and they're running a bunch of nodes, and they're doing it more of as an ROI, and they're not just kind of stacking that and then just holding. So that could cause some downward pressure and stuff. And then obviously we're not through the bear market. This could be another 6 months to a year. So if this happens for another year and stuff, I just think that this should be something we should keep our eye on. But again, 6 months is an eternity in crypto. So how many people get disgruntled? I was looking at Jerry Banfield's comments, his comment section, and there was a lot of people that were disgruntled about ICP. I don't see that as much with something like Doge. You get on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, and I've been seeing repeatedly in the trending be Dogecoin. Repeating, I'm seeing like trending to be Bitcoin. You don't see, and I saw Richard Hart was trending one day too. So you don't see kind of like, I mean, again, just because it's polarizing doesn't mean that, it's finished. Obviously, Hex and Pulse Chain are polarizing. But I did note that ICP, a lot of people have gotten kicked in the teeth with the pricing, and there's a lot of people underwater with this whole thing. And it's going to take a lot for that to sort out. It's gonna have to long tail out, and some killer apps are going to have to be developed, and people are going to have to kind of wake up to this, and this has to be marketed correctly. But getting someone involved like a Jerry Banfield, if he's taken upon himself to pump his own bags, this should be noted. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think about Jerry Banfield? Do you think it's a positive or a negative that he's getting completely going all in on ICP, Internet Computer Protocol? I don't think he's going to become Insane Clown Posse. Like, he's not going to become a juggalo. So, it seems like he's going to be Internet Computer Protocol, and he's really going to get behind this. I think that's a positive or a negative. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, at Twitter, Hive, DTube, Blurt, everywhere.